guys, welcome back. Today we are going to make a Valentine treat box. Of course, you can make this for any season, but I'm just going to make a little Valentine one. This is a very easy box to make if you've never made it. A lot of people refer to it as a book box. So it's very, very easy. So let's get started. We will do the little inside piece first. Basically, you're going to need one sheet of paper. We're going to do like two different ones. You know, one we're going to just do with plain paper and one we're going to use some pattern paper. So our first one, we want 5.5 inches by 4.5 inches. We need one of those. And then we need one that is 6.5 inches by 3 3/4. And then we need a little piece that is 2.5 inches by 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so basically 3 pieces. So you can see, you can use scraps. You don't have to have really big pieces, right? Let's take this piece here, put these two aside for right now. This is going to be like our inside little box piece that we're making here. We need our scoreboard. So you got to do a little bit of scoring. This one's easy to score. They're both easy to score. So let's get up here. All we're doing on this one is we're going to score 1 inch all the way 4 sides, all the way around, okay? So just go around, and we're going to do 1 inch all the way around. Very easy. This is such a quick little box. I don't think I made it for you guys in the past. I couldn't find it anyways, and I'm like, I don't know why I didn't make this one for you guys, because this is one of the easiest boxes to make, and you can make it any size. I made it, it will hold a gift card. I'll show you that at the end. So I made it big enough to hold a gift card. All right, so we have this. There's our score lines. Okay, score 1 inch all the way around. So what we're gonna do on this one now is, get a little pointer, is all this one here, this square. All we're gonna do is we're gonna slice down each one of those. Just run our scissors down, okay? So that's very easy to do. So we're gonna cut away. We don't need that score line, so I'm gonna cut on that side of the score line. First I'll cut, then we'll go back and I'll show you what else we'll do. I've got a shadow, okay, and then we'll just flip it to the other side. So we had those on that side, and then we'll go to this side. All we're doing is cutting up into that score lines. So that's all we did. Here's our score lines. We just cut up to that. Now what we do kind of want to do an angle cut here and an angle cut there on each side. So we're going to do an angle cut here and here. So let's do that together. Okay. That'll just help take some bulk off. So we're going to do a little angle cut. And don't worry about how much of an angle you take. That doesn't really matter if you take too much. You should have seen my first few boxes years ago. And they're never, so that's all we did. So you can see we just took out some bulk there. We angled it here. Basically taking away that whole score line because we don't need that score line. And go on this side. And then we'll go to the opposite side and do the exact same thing. All right. Easy. So that's it. Okay. So now we're just gonna fold everything up. I'm using a 110 pound cardstock. 110. I think Michael's is 110, right? I think that's 110. 100 or 110. I like to use at least 100 pound cardstock because so it's a little sturdier. All right. So now all we're going to do is we're going to pull in our tabs and cut. Oh, I forgot I did score it. I think I just didn't really take enough. Okay. So I could tell it was going to kind of be above. Same with this one too. I didn't quite get enough up here on this. I got enough there, but I didn't really get enough up on this part up here, which it wouldn't have mattered. So now we're just going to glue in our sides, glue them in. Okay, so just glue or tape, whatever you want. I prefer the glue. Art glitter glue or Barely Arts are the two that I use. They have always worked well for me, and they do not, you know, if you're using too much, it's going to warp your, no matter what glue you're going to use, it's going to warp your paper, bubble it up like. So very little. I have made that mistake many times in the past when I was a beginner of using too much glue, because I'm like, well, it needs to hold, but you know, you don't need too much glue. Okay. Let's put some glue here too. I'm just matching my corners there. And all we're getting is this little box, but we're not, you know, we're not using putting a cover on this one. There will be a cover. And pinch that shut. So there is our, not our main part, the inside of our little book box. Okay, now we're going to take our other piece here. Move that aside. And this is our 6.5 by 3 3/4. And we're going to put 2 score lines on. Okay, we're going to put 1 score line. It's going to be at 2 3/4. And then 1 score line is going to be at 3 3/4. I have my other sitting right here. I'm like, where is it? I like this one better. I like these round ones better when I'm scoring. I just think they do a better job. I don't know why I keep grabbing that one all the time. Also, if you notice on these plastic ones, can you see that how it's just wearing away? So it's not even rounded anymore. It's coming to a point. So it can tear your paper. So that's why I tend to use like these ball stylist are my favorite to use when I'm scoring. This is our outside. I'm just going to bring it up and score it. And I would, I had my other bone folder somewhere here. I'm sure it is, but you know, we don't need fancy tools just to, you know, craft and stuff, but just find whatever you have. All right. So this is going to be the outside like this. We're going to center that in. So that's going to be like that. And it's going to be like that. First things first though, and it will fit a credit card perfectly. All right, now we have this one itty bitty little piece here that we got to do a little scoring on, and that's that 2.5 by 3/4 piece. And we need to do, turn it again. So a 1/2 inch score mark and a 1 5/8. So a 1/2 inch score mark and 1 5/8. It's right, the first line after your 1 1/2 is 5/8. All right. We will need to make another probably 1/2 inch on, but I like to put it on first because I can always go do. No, that should be good. I already did it. Sometimes I wait. I got ahead of myself. Sometimes I do not score this last one until I bring it over to make sure it's going to match, but it should match. If it doesn't, we can realign. So all I'm going to do is take this 1/2 inch one, and I'm going to glue it to the inside, somewhere around the middle. Don't be overly, you know. If you want to measure, you can measure. You know Jean, she's an eyeballer. I'm going to turn it so I can see it first. And I'm just going to eyeball center. Like I said, don't stress about it. And I'm going to make sure I'm, you know, not, I don't want my score line to go past this here, okay? So we've got that perfectly. Now our next thing is we are just going to glue this in, and I'm going to glue it so it will, you go right against your score line. I'm sorry, I'm not showing you. There's your score line. You're going to glue it right against that score line. Don't go over it. Just go up against it and center it this way, okay? So we are going to put glue on the bottom here. Now this is just plain colored cardstock we're using. We'll decorate it a little bit. This is to show that if you don't need to have designer paper. So I'm just going to butt it up first against the score line. And then I'm going to eyeball it, and I need to go up just a little. just like that. I'm gonna eyeball, make sure it closes over. And we looks we got good. And then just rub it down. Okay. So now you have your book, and let's see if we got that. Looks like it should be good. I'm gonna fold that over, and we will Velcro that down. I'm just using Velcro, but I'm not gonna Velcro it yet because we're gonna put some designer paper on. Okay, so that is our cute little book, and you can round the corners if you want. We will round the corners. I was hoping we'd round the corners on our my little rounder. I got all my other ones. Look at that. I got all my other ones, but my rounder is not sitting right here. Is this my round one? Yes, we'll use this one. I'm gonna round the other one. I got all the other designs here. That's the way it goes around here. Okay. So that is our book. We'll round the designer paper one and show you that. Okay. So now we have, this one's going to stay plain. Oh yeah, that's right. This is going to be the plain one, but I'm going to wait to see where I want a sticker first. I want to make sure I'm not going to cover up the Velcro. So we'll put the stickers on first. We are just going to use a bunch of our stickers from Dollar Tree. So we're just going to kind of go through this and see what we like. Right off the bat, I think I want one that says Happy Valentine's, and there is 2 of them on here. And I like those ones. You've got a big heart that says Happy Valentine's. And I don't think I want the book. And these ones don't say Happy Valentine's. So I think right off the bat, because that one's pink, it's going to blend. That's pink. It's going to kind of blend with the pink paper. So I'm going to open this up and take one of these other ones. And you can dress this up as much as you like, or as little as you want. Okay, so let's take this one off here. Now, these are actually might be from Dollar General instead, because they're $1. These might be my Dollar General ones. Yeah, I think these 2 are Dollar General, and then the other ones are Dollar Tree. You know, you get them confused so much. Do I want that right in the middle? If I do, I got some little hearts from there. Okay, so let's put this just right in the middle, eyeball. Okay, so now, see, good thing I did that. I don't think I'm going to need all that, so we're going to cut a little bit of that off. And you can choose to do that because I've got these little bitty Velcro. So doesn't really matter if it's covering when you close it. So see, when I close it, it covers the Valentine's just a little bit. So I'm going to take a little bit of that off. I'm going to put this on for a minute, just on my finger there. And I'm just going to take a little bit off. You do this if you want. Okay, so when I close it, now I just miss it. All right, so let's put this on here. And it still has plenty of room for that. And I'm going to make sure your cover isn't wonky. You can see where I'm wonk, you know, make sure you want your cover to go straight in, straight over. And make sure it's on there straight before you bring over your little tab. Bring over your tab. Okay, so now I've got to pull it apart, which is always the fun part, is to get it pulled apart. There you go. And then just kind of, sometimes I'll glue them down. These ones always seem to be nice and sticky. So, okay. Now we have a closure on our cute little box. Now, do we want to add, I want to see what I have here for stickers. I didn't cap my glue, and if we have one more to make, so we don't want that to act up. Okay, what do we got on that one? Get you out of here so I can see. I'm looking for something. I'll get some more on the front in a second, but I'm looking to see if I have something that'll go down the side. Most all these stickers go just one way. Da, 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 da. I don't think I'm going to find anything that I want to use. I can just put some hearts and stuff on it, probably. It's 2 pages of each. So I don't think we want anything in that one. And I have all these blingy things. I think I'm just going to put a bling there. Take a red one out. And I think I'll center it. If it comes off my finger. Just to have something. This one, you know, is just to show you how you can make one with just regular paper. Nothing fancy there. Let's put a few hearts on, and these are smaller, so I think some of these will work. Take one of the packs out to give you, this one has 4, I believe. 4 in there, 3 in there, 4. All right, who do we want to put on there? This little, I love that one, but it's going to blend. It's going to, I think I got to stick with red ones. This one's kind of cute. Let's kind of put that one up there. Do the red ones. Do this one with the star on. We'll kind of do that. That. And I'm going to take 2 of these silver ones out of here. You know, just go through your stickers, see what you have. Just to get creative with them. Ooh, these ones I'm not sure I like because they are very off-centered. I may have to cut them though. See, because look how much, yeah, see, look how much pink you have on one side. And I don't really like that pink on that side. So are the big ones like that too? Yeah, see how they put that on there? So the border is not even. Let me see if I can cut it off without too much trouble. So I have to bring it up by me a little bit so that I can see. Because, you know, see if I can kind of get it off and make it look. I like the silver. But I do not like how that border is so offset like that. It's kind of a bummer. One more little snip here. Try not to get the silver. Just put that. Oh, it's on my finger yet. And we'll do one more. Okay, get some of these out of our way. And cut this one. No, I'm not cutting it up by me, so I'll probably mess it up. Just let your scissors do the work for you. And a little bit on this side. I always go at like a slight angle with my scissors. All right. I think that's all we need to do on that. And then actually we'll do one more thing inside. We'll put a little something down in there. I think it'll be really cute with this little balloon. And when I take the goodies out, so the card will fit in there. And you can also put a few little candies in. Tuck that back. 6 of these will fit. These are the Ghirardelli's lava cake. At least 6 will fit in there. I'll just put 3 in there. And so you have that. It's just a quick little easy one. Just grab your stickers and see what you can do. Now let's do the one with designer paper. Pattern paper. Okay, so same process. So we're going to make the outside. I'm using the same pink so that I didn't have to cut another sheet. So I'm going to use the same pink. And where's my scoreboard? Let's score all our pieces right away. First one. Get up there. Okay, we'll score our little one first. 1/2 and 1 5/8. 1/2 and then 1 5/8. Okay, then we're going to score this outer wrap. This is our outer wrap. And that gets scored at 2 3/4 and 3 3/4. And then our inside book gets scored at 1 inch all the way around. This is something that easy enough for the kids to help you with. It's a very easy project. You can have them do all the decorating for sure. You want to put the box together? Give them a whole bunch of those stickers. These are cute, perfect for kids to hand out at school. Perfect. And it's cute, even though we just threw some stickers on there, you know. It's a cute little treat box. And you can, like I said, you can do it as much as you want. Bling it up however you like. We are, you know, we don't need to go too blingy right now. When I'm just showing you guys, I just wanted to show you the basic box, how easy that box is. And like I said, you can make it any size. In fact, I had one years ago, and I could make it if you guys want. So I had one years ago that since got destroyed, of course. I made the same style I made out of chipboard. And I used it to store little things in. It was just cute. It would sit on still sit on your shelf like that. And I forgot what I stored in there towards, you know, what I used it for. But I had used it for storage, and I had decorated it with some really cool decorative paper, and, you know, you could put it on your shelf like that, you know, and store them. So if you want to see a bigger version, kind of a book size version made out of chipboard, just leave me a comment below. You know me, I'll do anything. Okay, pretty much anything. There's a lot of crafts I don't like. I mean, I'm not a painter. I've done a lot in my years. My daughter used to do resin now. You know, she's pretty busy with work and everything, so she doesn't do her resin as much. But I've never done the resin. I would like to learn the resin, but someday maybe, you know, we'll get back into that. She's got so many supplies, so many molds and all that stuff for her resin. But someday maybe. Okay, so we got that one. Just gonna fold all of our pieces up and make our little box. Okay, now we get our glue again. But yeah, you can excuse me, throat got really dry. You can either make up all these. Doesn't take that long to make them. You can see how, you know, you can make all these up for your child, like, you know, either with them or without them. You can make them all up. You can make up the boxes and then just have them decorate them, or they can help you also make the boxes. Either way. But if you want to just make the boxes and then give them a bunch of stickers and have them go at it, you know, then they're getting their own personal touch. You know how kids, give them some stickers, they're fine with that. But these are perfect to hand out at work. You know, you can get as fancy as you want with them. So they're perfect for work, perfect for the senior homes. A lot of uses for this box. And like I said, you don't need to use it for Valentine's. You can use it for any holiday. You can use it just for you know, thinking of you gift. You know, lots of little things. You make it a little bit bigger, and you can make it like a Goodwill, a get well one. You could put like one of those little pack of Kleenex in there, you know, maybe a little pack or two of tea in there. So you can do like a little get well one. That would be really cute also. Okay, so I got this one, and I'm going to score this afterwards because I didn't know where it was going to land. And I want to make sure I got my heart the right way. This is the inside, so it's going to look at me this way. So I want to bring it. Most of this I don't need to cover because that's going to go under inside. So let's glue this down, and then we'll rescore. Oh, I should tell you what this piece is, should I not? This piece is 2 inches, I believe. 2 inches by a 1/2 inch. So you need that. That's the... I don't have... Okay, if you have a 12 by 12, you need at least a 6.5 inch piece of paper to make your wrap. I typically don't use 12 by 12 Valentine paper because I don't do a lot of Valentine's crafting. So I get the 6 by 6 pads, which I had to buy some, which you'll see that or seen it. I don't remember the haul. Yeah, I think I just did it. But if you have 12 by 12, you can make your outside wrap with one sheet of designer paper. But I'm showing you because if you're like me, you don't use a lot of 12 by 12 paper. I only use it and buy it when I'm doing albums or big projects. But otherwise, I usually always buy 6 by 6 all the time because that's the size I use the most. It has the small print. It's perfect for cards and stuff like that. So that's why I did this plain, and that's why we're piecing our paper on top. So that's why I did this. Otherwise, you could have just did one designer piece. So keep that in mind. If you have a lot of designer paper on hand, instead of, I still like the inside like a plain. I like the contrast. So you can do that. Or you can make it with designer paper also. But I like the inside just kind of match, you know. And this has the same, this is a scrap piece from a Doodlebug pack I've had. I don't even know when I got this. But it was like a half a sheet I had left from a 12 by 12 pack. But I just picked out a pink in there that kind of matched. And it kind of matches this pink here. So I just went with that and picked out a pink. You could have picked out a red. You could have picked out, look at all the colors in here you can choose from. You could pick out so many. Okay, so let's give this just a second to dry before we fold it. Let's put our little band on the side here. And this piece is 3.5 inches by 3/4. So let's adhere that one quick. I just don't want to fold that one too soon because it's wet and it doesn't fold as well. So keep that in mind. If you don't want to go through all this, you know, paper piercing like piecing we are, then just have a 12 by 12 sheet. Or if you, I don't know if they have any Valentines of the new, what is it, 6 by 8 inch size pads now, or whatever those new sizes are. Like I said, I typically get just 6 by 6. But, or as you can see, we're using a lot of basically scrap sheet of paper. Okay. Why that's still, we could adhere these. I got one for the front, one for the back. And it doesn't really matter. I'm looking to see if I like a certain pattern on the front or a certain pattern on the back. Guess it doesn't really matter. Now these are 2.5 by, I believe, 3.5. Yeah, 2.5 by 3.5 inches. I'm just going to put one on the front and one on the back. Okay, we're just going to center this between my score line. So I usually just kind of lay it down and then I just kind of play with it. As long as you don't push it down, you got time. And I can go up a little tiny bit there. See the difference we're getting already with using a designer paper compared to the plain paper? Okay, lay that one down. Okay, whoops, move that one. All right, so that's our book now. See the difference between what that's gonna look. Jeez, why does it look like, I think well, maybe it's my computer. I was like, all of a sudden went really dark. I'm like, I know it's not that dark down here. Okay, so now let's see if this is good to fold. That little piece right there. That's going to get tucked under anyways. And we want that piece now. Okay. And come on. All right. So now we are going to glue this again. Center it up and glue it in the middle there. Yes, what one holiday my two favorite holidays are I do my most crafting are Christmas and Easter. Those are my two favorites. I don't do a lot for the other ones. Halloween, you know, but St. Patrick's I hardly ever do anything for St. Patrick's. Did more when my daughter was little And I used to do in-home daycare. So I did a lot of crafting and stuff back in the day. And I'm trying to remember some of the stuff I used to do, the older crafts and stuff. I kind of wish I would have kept more of a record, you know. All right, so now we have that. Isn't it like so cute now? And I still like the fact that, so when you look at it from the side, you have, the inside is kind of pink, and you have your designer paper like that. Okay, now we need to glue that down just like we did before. Like I said, this is one of the easiest boxes you could make. Make sure we're there, make sure we're centered, top to bottom, best we can. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Whoops, and I just slid it away. I do that all the time. Let's push it back there. Gotta hold one down while you do it. And now you could definitely decorate your inside too. That's up to you how far you want to go. You know, for the fact that these, oh, I forgot we were going to round the corners, weren't we? Well, you guys can round the corners. See, I get carried away. But you can round the corners. It doesn't really matter on these. You know these are, if they're going to kids, the kids aren't really going to care about the box that much. So you do as much as you want to do on these. This one I can put the Velcro on right away because I know I'm not going to be putting no big decorations on this one because I don't have too much with words on. So what I'm going to do on this one is a little different. So now let's make sure my box is all centered. Bring it up and bring it down. And then the fun part, I got to bring it a little closer so I got to get my finger under the Velcro so I can get that. Oh, that one went down easy. So I just got to get that here. And then we can put it back on. All right. So we have that. See our two boxes? I just see the difference? You know, we use just stickers. Just, you know, the kids can do that. Now let's go. What can we do with this one? Because I don't think, because of the pattern, not much is probably going to look very good on it. If I had some cut-aparts, they would probably work pretty good. But I don't have no cut-aparts because I don't do a lot. Oh my goodness, this one doesn't want to come out. I'm just going to rip it. Rip it, rip it, rip it, rip it. So I don't know if this will look good on it or not. If we did something like that, just put that up there. We'll go with it. Why not? Just go with it. Okay. And if I had a little bitty heart, a blingy one, I'd put it on there. Little blingy one. Maybe we'll put a little puffy one on there. We could have put one on there too. Do I have a little tiny red one like that? Because the red would be really cute. Because it'll show up better. Let's put this on there. This is what happens when I'm crafting. It's like, oh wait, this could go on there yet. And we can put this on there too. What did I have? I was going to put over here now. Just a little something. Okay. And we'll see if that could be too big for the side. They're all so cute though. Look at how cute these stickers are. I love this one here. So stinking cute though. Be mine. Oh, that'll cute. Just put it up there. He's cute. There we go. So there we have two. So like that. We'll just throw those in. I mean, you could fit quite a bit of different candies in there too. So there you have two different versions. Plain paper with some stickers or the decorated paper. If I was making this for an adult, I would, trust me, I'd get pretty damn fancy. But I'm not making this for adult. If I was making it for adult though, and someone who I knew would, you know, I would also put a little grommet thing in there, punch a hole in there, and I would hang a few beads off of there. And then I'd use some really pretty paper and get some cut apart. I mean, I would decorate it really, really pretty. But I'm thinking this is going to be more something for the kids, or you're going to mass produce these and give them out to, you know, even if you make a bunch to all your coworkers, you're probably not going to do a lot of beadwork and fanciness, you know, and stuff like that. So you decorate them the way you want and as fancy as you want. But there is your basic little cute little treat box. And like I said, you can go ahead and, did I put a little sticker in this one? You can go ahead and decorate both sides if you want. You can decorate the inside. You can, you know, ooh, that just fits in there. So when they get out, you can put more on there. You can, you know, it's up to you what you're using them for, how much you are going to decorate them. I can get all, because you know how I work. You know, there you go, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this little box. And like I said, if you want to see one made out of chipboard, you know, one that, you know, you could use as a really pretty gift box too. But if you want to see a book size one made, just leave me a comment below and we'll work on that later. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Happy Valentine's, everyone.